Coach, I'll start with you before we open up with some questions. Certainly a successful spring season for the Spiders, 3-1, finished with a 14 national ranking. What from that spring season can you carry over momentum-wise into the fall?
I think the biggest thing is that we got a lot of guys' valuable experience. Leading into the spring, we wanted to compete, we wanted to win, we wanted to play in the playoffs, all those things. But the most important thing in my mind coming in that spring season was getting a lot of people valuable reps and valuable playing time. And we did it, stayed fairly healthy. We actually didn't have any serious injuries in the 4 games. We got a couple banged up prior to the season starting. And sometimes that happens in spring ball anyway, but, we came out pretty healthy and got our whole team coming back.
All right. Well, from the questions, start with John O'Connor. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Coach Huseman, what would your recommendation be in the case of a game that was not held because of COVID testing? Postponement, no contest, cancellation, something else? Do you have thoughts there?
Actually, I haven't given that much thought. I know I read a lot and see what's going on with the SEC in different places and talking about, forcing them to forfeit a game. Obviously, it's going to be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to reschedule a game based on COVID. But my personal opinion is my thoughts are that we're going to play. And, we're going to have enough guys obviously healthy in the fall to go ahead and play every single game. I don't anticipate us having any issues.
Hey, if I could follow up and just dovetail off your answer, would you provide a vaccination rate among Spiders?
Well, I don't know an exact one, but I know it's above 90%.
Thank you.
Well, next question to Kyle Kensing. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, for both Joe and Kobe, I mean, you guys finished ranked as highly as you did, had a great spring season. How much did getting left out of the playoff field kind of fuel you kind of heading into the summertime here?
It definitely fueled me a lot. I still remember that Sunday morning like it was yesterday. Woke up super excited, went into the living room to see and hoping that we had a spot in those playoffs, and obviously it didn't fall our way, but that instantly became fuel for me, I'm sure for Joe and for the rest of this team. And so we're really doing everything possible to put ourselves in the best situation this fall to make a deep playoff run, to win the CAA championship, to win the national championship, and to achieve all our goals as a team.
Yeah, and the same for me. I remember that morning we were watching the selection show, and it honestly motivated me. It's motivated me the past months. I want to be in the playoffs. I want our team to experience that and maybe get to the national championship and have a chance at playing in the biggest game of the year.
Next question to David Teal. Go ahead, Dave.
Russ, after having played 4 games in the spring, how, if at all, did that affect how you approached off-season, summer conditioning and such? Did you have to be more aware of load management, and will you have to be more attuned to that kind of thing as you enter training camp next month?
Yeah, when the season was over, David, we made the decision. I think we gave them a month off. Was it a month? We gave them quite a bit of time off to rest, to heal, to get away from football. Once that was done, it was full blast, full bore, everything to get ready for a season. So it's really seemed pretty normal, and these guys can probably answer that too. But it seems we're on normal track to have a normal fall camp and a preparation, and most of our guys were back for the second session of summer school. But we did give them about a month off and let them get away. A lot of those guys came in and lifted and did their thing because they never want to stop training and being the best they can be. But we thought, as a coaching staff, Coach Brinks, my strength coach, we had a lot of conversations. He felt that was the best route to go. Once that was done, we said, here you go, let's roll. And we cranked it up, and these guys have done a great job this summer.
Joe and Kobe, did that extra time off after the 4 games, did you find that beneficial? And do you feel like as you prepare for training camp next month that your bodies are where they normally would be?
I thought it was pretty beneficial. But kind of like Coach said, and after that Sunday, hearing that we weren't in the playoffs, I essentially took it that next Monday or Tuesday and got right back in the weight room, right back to work. So I think not having mandatory things was definitely beneficial to kind of ease the mental aspect of things, but we were right back in there working. A lot of us were.
Yeah, similar to me. From a physical standpoint, we were back in the weight room. Kind of took a little bit off of the throwing after the season, just kind of let my shoulder rest a little bit, and that definitely helped. From a mental standpoint, it's the same thing. Like, you get a little bit of time off, you kind of get off your routine, and you kind of want to get back on that routine of working out and going to throw with the guys. So having that month off, you getting towards the end of that month, you kind of get more ready and kind of want to get out there with the guys and start training.
Thank you.
Next question, Elaine Casadani. Good morning, Elaine.
Morning, Rob. Good morning, guys. Coach, you have a level of experience returning that isn't often seen at this level of football. How does that change your fall camp? And can you use this camp in ways that you might not be able to with a less experienced roster?
Obviously, I've always believed, and no matter where I've ever been, that you win championships with 4th and 5th year seniors. And when you have a bunch of those guys, it gives you a great opportunity. Now we've got 4th, 5th, and 6th year guys. We got 6th year guys coming back. So we do have an experienced team. We've got an older team. We'll mix in some younger guys. But you have to have experience, in my opinion, to win. And everywhere I've ever been, you rely on the 4th and 5th year seniors to lead your football team, but also to play. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're probably faster, they're more mature, and I think that's where we are right now. Is we've got a more experienced football team. So pretty excited about this group. With
all of that experience, where do you expect to see some position battles?
At safety for sure. We probably got 4, two strong, 2 free safeties that I think are going to battle it out. And, we're going to give them every opportunity to win a job there. We're really set up front defensively, but we've rolled a lot of people all the time. We've always played 3 tackles, 3 ends, no matter what, but we're probably established there with Kobe and Darius, and Colby Ritten is actually coming back. He didn't play in the spring, and then Caleb Brooks, and then Ray Eldridge and Aiden Murray played a lot, so we feel good. At linebacker, we got 2 really good ones. I'm not real sure if anybody's going to beat those 2 guys out. They work hard. They prepare. There'll be some competition up front on the offensive line for sure. I think we got a great mix of older guys and younger guys, pretty talented younger guys. So that'll be a real position battle. And then I think at wide receiver, who are the top 4? How do you get into the top 4? Who are they going to be? But I'd say probably our biggest competition is going to be at safety for sure.
Thanks, Russ. See you soon.
Thanks, Lane.
Next question from Chris Heidel. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Chris, Russ, how you doing?
Good.
Talk about, I was looking at your schedule. September 25th, you got a road game at Blacksburg against Virginia Tech. What's it like playing those games in the Commonwealth?
They're good. We're worried about Howard right now. I don't care about Virginia Tech right now. But when I was at William and Mary a long time ago, we went to Virginia Tech and played. But from what I've heard, it's an unbelievable game day experience. No question about that. They say it's as good as anywhere in the country. That should be fun. And hopefully, you look at it and you see it, and after a few plays, few minutes, you adjust and go back to playing football. But those games are fun. I'm sure these guys love to play those games. But obviously the most important one is Howard.
Yeah. And a question real quick, a follow-up. Playing spring football, normally during the spring you did blue on versus red, whatever, and you played now games this past spring. Did this help you for the fall and to find out who's going to be which where to help you get everything ready to go?
Yeah, you can't really simulate in the spring. You try to simulate game experience, but you just can't do it. If we wouldn't have had a spring season, a guy like Amir Hall, who started at boundary corner for us, we wouldn't have really kind of had an idea what he can do. But he lived that experience out there in 4 games, and it's made him a better player. And there's probably a lot of guys like that really helped a lot.
I hope everybody's well and talk to you soon.
Thanks.
And last question for you guys from Sean Robertson. Go ahead, Sean.
Thanks, Rob. Good morning, guys.
Morning, Sean.
Coach, I know we've talked over the years about your offensive line, and you've had some bad breaks in recent years about injuries to that offensive line. I want to get your thoughts about that group specifically, how healthy they are, and I guess the balance of keeping them healthy while getting them work this fall.
Well, first off, what do we got, Joe? 14 offensive linemen now. We've gone on trips in the fall with 6. So we've got 14. Feel good about that. I know Joe feels good about it. No question about that. But I think you can keep them healthy by limiting their snaps in practice. When you got 14 and we can probably go too deep, and I'll let Joe talk about these guys.
Yeah, he's good for sure.
But we can go too deep. There's great competition. Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. And what Coach said earlier, we got some young talent, we got some old guys, so it's a good competitive room, and I'm excited to see what we bring out in the offensive line this year.
I'm gonna follow up real quick. Is this the deepest, Coach and Joe, the deepest offensive line you've had since you've been there, as far as numbers is concerned?
For my 6 years, yes, the most we've had. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
It's been ugly some years now. I'm telling you. We went up to Albany and had to put a 70-something jersey on Stephon Jacob up there.
Yeah.
That's during the game. We had 5 and lost 1, and we had to put a jersey on him to get the 5 for that one. So, pretty good feeling right now.
I'm holding out hope for the health of that group.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, Russ, Joe, Kobe, thanks so much for taking time with us. Good luck with this practice gets underway, and look forward to seeing you guys on the field this fall.
Thanks. See you guys.